Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight.
Andres, a giant WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild.
My God, what a run! It's not over. The world is watching.
The Wrestle Review. What the world is watching.
Everyone out there, Talks Pop Land, all you WrestleManiacs, RK Stud with you again. And our pal, the Mexican Lupe Martinez. And Lupe, I just want to thank you again for being one of the millions of people that have bought the WWE Network.
Who probably regretted buying the WWE Network. Depending on whatever everyone's experience was during this event.
Yes, our experience was kind of not too good, but we got through the whole thing eventually. Some shocks and surprises for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Some didn't see that coming. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah. So, I mean, it was the first time I've seen WWE Network. You spent the money for it. Personally, I feel like they need to do some more upgrading just a little bit.
Well, we don't actually know what the problem is. If it's everyone, maybe it's just Xbox users. I don't know what PS3 people or people with their tablets had any issues with them. But for me, having the Xbox and Xbox Live, I did have streaming issues. It would just kick off and then randomly just started whining by itself. And then you have to restart it. And I think at one point it got really good. And then near the main event, of course, that's when it just got so bad. And it was just going in and out. But fortunately, we were able to see the outcome. So that was great. But
finally, happy day. WrestleMania 30 was here. What can I say other than it was better than last year's?
Yes, I agree. Because I think last year there was just like no build up for anything. Everything was just last minute. Almost like they didn't care. This one they a little bit better. There were still some issues I thought were lack of build up for certain matches, but the core stuff was, I guess, was more important at this point.
And most of the matches had time for the matches and the storylines in the matches building up. And it had time. On to the show. Of course, they decided to start at 5 o'clock with the pre-show. But, about 6:30, the Fatal 4-Way. Usos against Real Americans versus Los Matadores and Ryback.
I was picking Los Matadores as the ones to win the match.
No, you did not.
I figured, guys, stick with the beaner.
No, because I asked you, I said, who are you going for? You said Usos.
I don't think I said it like that. I know you say it like that, but I say it like a man says it. But that's me.
Okay.
But anyway, on to the match.
Actually, like I said, they gave all the matches pretty much times for all of them, and lo and behold, of course, since the Usos had just recently won the titles, they exactly came down to them and the Real Americans, and
I was shocked that the Matadores didn't make it to the end. I was actually very shocked.
You would have thought with their manager El Torito, he would have interfered so much.
He would have been the equalizer, but no, not this time, unfortunately.
Yeah, Los Matadores, they're not exactly getting the push.
I was still on the WrestleMania card, though.
Yeah. But it came down to Usos and Real Americans, and from where it's going, I guess Cesaro's succeeding from the Real Americans.
Well, Jack Swagger's always been the loser since day one. He's the master of bad haircuts all the time. And, I don't like anything. He just ripped out Kurt Angle. It looks like a weak version of what Kurt Angle would do. And I just don't think it's any good. That's my opinion. He's okay, but he'll never be a main event guy or a big guy. He just doesn't have it. In my opinion. You can like him if you want, but I don't think he's all
right. Oh, no, the star of that team's Cesaro. Excuse me, Antonio Cesaro.
No, I think they just call him Cesaro now.
They dropped Antonio, but still. I'll call him what I want to call him, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, and then from there, a couple minutes after that, they started the WrestleMania show, and Hogan came out. Then you had surprise Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out, and then The Rock. They're doing their whole bit. And what did you think of that?
That was a very classic, epic moment. You'll probably never see it ever again. And it's one of the things that had to happen at this WrestleMania, not last year, not the next one. It had to be at this one. And I was actually happy to see, as a fan, I was happy to see that. Because, like I said, you'll never know if it will ever happen again.
Between them three, no. And of course, you don't know how much longer Hogan has to live. Not that there's anything wrong with
that's
that.
like really morbid thing to say. I mean, you're gonna say, because it's the twilight of Hogan's career, like he might be dead tomorrow, so let's make sure we enjoy it now. You might as well just say that next time.
Okay, I will say that next time then.
Yeah, I mean, he might not be. I might stab him later, so this might be the last time we see Hogan. It's just a weird thing to hear you say.
And then they got to the matches, and of course, the surprise opening match was Triple H against Daniel Bryan.
I was going for Triple H on this match. Like, I was hoping for an Evolution or reunion in the main event.
You did not. You've been wanting Daniel Bryan to win for months.
Yeah, every time you say stuff like that, it just doesn't sound believable for some reason when you say things. I don't know.
But as we progressed during the night, this match definitely had time to build, and it was really good and a shocking out of the blue, yes.
Well, even people who don't like Triple H, he is still a good worker, and obviously him for Daniel Bryan being another great worker, you were going to get a good match regardless.
He put Daniel Bryan over. I'm really impressed. Could this mean then that Daniel Bryan might be champion? We shall see.
We'll see.
And then I think the shortest match on the show is Shield against Kane and Corporate Kane and the Old Age Outlaws.
I think that was just to give the fans something. I don't think anyone really wanted to see Kane or the Old Age Outlaws win. It was just to maybe even write them off. Who knows? It was just something to, I guess, I put it into that. Definitely.
It could be, because that was like a squash match.
Yeah, it was pretty much very dominant by the Shield. Get them a chance to shine, and I'm hoping because the Outlaws they just seem out of place on the show anyway. And then Kane's kind of been slowly been going down. It'd be nice to be this swan song at a WrestleMania.
And then next we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale with cheese.
That's still not funny, no matter who says that.
Okay, and what did you think of the Battle Royale?
Yeah, alright. It was still Battle Royale. Surprising how it ended. I think a lot of fans got upset like the more popular ones like Ziggler was eliminated and stuff like that. But I liked who the winner was, and the way he did it was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And the crowd really loved that. They really got
vindicated from earlier on the show. Yes. Surprisingly, the next match was John Cena against Bray Wyatt.
I like John Cena in the mid card. They should do more of that, or this should be a regular thing. Get him in early, then get him out of the way so we can enjoy the show. I like that a lot.
You think maybe they're scaling him back a little bit?
Probably not, but it was nice to see it scale down at least this time.
And then the next match was definitely the Beast versus the Streak.
Yeah. Yes.
Brock and Undertaker. And this is when the network crapped out on us.
Oh, yeah. Right at the key moments.
Yes.
But prior to that, I would say the match was... It was okay. I think it was slow at first. It definitely got better as it went on, but for a while it was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Compared to like last year where you fought Punk, which was really good. Maybe we're just expecting too much now from an Undertaker match at WrestleMania. They can't always be the same, but that was just my first impression.
He had a long run all them years. 2 with Shawn, 2 with Triple H.
Yeah, I just thought it was a little slow in the beginning, but still a good match and shocking. I don't know what you want to talk about. You can go ahead and mention. I'll let you mention it. It's your show.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't imagine it's my show. I have you on, and my success I share with you guys.
Oh, wow.
And yes, the streak was broken.
Very surprising.
Yes.
Even if you wanted Brock Lesnar to win, you'd be like, oh, you actually won. I don't know how to handle it now.
Yes, and apparently the crowd was just quiet.
You'd probably hear a pin drop. You could probably hear a nerd texting to someone and posting on his Twitter at that moment. Just click, 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 click.
Yeah, much like what happened here. You
could probably hear a hardcore nerd fan taking a sad face selfie, posting on Instagram at that moment.
You could hear one guy in the crowd going, "You suck" to the Undertaker.
That was it was very loud too. Like you had to hear that for sure. kind of funny. It felt bad, but at the time it was kind of funny to hear it.
Yeah. And then right after that, we had the Vicky Guerrero Invitational for the Divas title. Basically all the girls in Divas against AJ Lee. And do we really want to say this might be the swan song for Vicky Guerrero? She could be going on to greener pastures.
No, everyone has to go at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I actually like how you said, greener pastures is supposed to say that she's going to die. She could die tomorrow. I like that. It's change her face. Different.
Well, okay, with Vicky, I know she's got that annoying voice, but I'm going to put it out there. She's hot. Just so everyone knows who I think is actually hot. So not surprisingly, AJ Lee, she overcame all the odds and actually retained the belt.
You know what they overcame the odds? It was being smarter. She outsmarted everyone. That's why she's the best right now.
Is she really the best?
Got the title. That says it all.
Let's put it this way. I was hoping for one of the Bella Twins or Natty to win the belt. And last but not least, the main event, Orton and Batista versus Daniel Bryan. And that's when the network again crapped out on us.
Yeah, but what I can see though, it was a good match. A lot of back and forth, long match, a lot of hard hitting moments too. Just like, damn, they didn't have to do that, but we appreciate it.
And there was points where you couldn't tell who was going to win. At a couple of points, I thought Drax the Destroyer would actually win the belt.
Now, I was still confident in thinking that if they were dumb enough to not have Daniel Bryan win, they would really be alright. They always post those signs like, if Bryan doesn't win, we right. But I'm pretty sure they would have literally been alright at that moment because they've been just taking the fans off so much. I could have seen it happening. An actual just stampede and knocking the guardrails over. It could have happened.
Actually, I kind of remember 10 years ago when it was WrestleMania 20, and the main event was triple threat. Shawn Michaels against Triple H and Chris Benoit. Oh, yeah. And I kept telling you Benoit was going to win. You're like, no, Triple H is going to win.
Again, even if I did say that, it didn't sound like that. It probably sounded like a man said it. And more believable than how you said it. You should really just stick your chest out and say, like, try it again.
I'm not going to try again.
You can't, that's why. Anyway, you can't.
That's right. But, surprise, surprise, yes, yes, yes. I'm very happy with the result. And about time. Now just to see the ramifications of WrestleMania. And this one's definitely one of the better WrestleManias from the last few years. And I think this one will definitely be in my WrestleMania collection.
I'm pretty sure they'll all be in your collection.
WrestleMania 30 was definitely worth the $9.99. It's definitely worth probably the $24.99 at Walmart or wherever on Blu-ray.
Probably. Best Buy. You never know. Kmart might even get it. You never know. Kmart sometimes surprises you.
Kmart, yeah, with their business arrangement deal with WWE. Yeah. They have something special. They might have WrestleMania 30 chairs you can buy too.
Maybe.
Buy the chair and the DVD, and when it comes out in May, and there you go.
I wouldn't buy the chair though.
You wouldn't buy the chair?
It's like if you're not there to get it, it doesn't really matter.
Well, it's something nice to have.
Yeah, but only if you're to the pay-per-view and got it, then it means something. Otherwise, you're just gonna, or a knockoff chair, not an actual chair from the event.
Why do you always have to disagree with me?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm making a point, a correct point, compared to your incorrect point.
Yeah, you just gotta make a point just to make another point.
I can't help it if my point is correct while yours is incorrect.
Anyway, folks, we're out. Thanks for watching us. See you next time.